the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on. Memories never change.
There we go. Man, there's a lot to talk about tonight. That's for sure. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Once I'm done saying the links, we're gonna. Well, I'm already sitting down, but I'm hoping you guys are sitting down too. Or lying down where it is you guys are at right now. Any furniture around you. Or even standing, that works too, because. Well, I'm about to say, I know a lot of people are going to definitely take it as a clip and put them as their own opinions, like putting everyone's opinions about it. So I do hope mine is up there with all the top variants, all the OGs out there for Call of Duty in general. So I did want some pizza. So I'm gonna eat, drink, and chit chat with you guys. I'm on here on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, but I'm gonna explain why in a little bit. Mm. In case you guys are wondering what I'm eating, I got Papa John's pizza pepperoni. They have a good deal right now. Where if you buy one, you get one free for a pepperoni or a cheese pizza, whatever it is you want. Okay. So we're good to go. So first off, I'm just gonna say this out about Call of Duty has never, I mean never ever, been this horrible in a very long time. The closest thing that's ever been the biggest disaster for Activision was Call of Duty Vanguard. But now, I think Call of Duty Black Ops 7 has officially taken that to a whole new level. And I'm just gonna go ahead and point out all the details why, at least in my perspective. So, all y'all do sit back and do enjoy this one, because not only am I gonna be ranting and going over all my concerns, but I'm also just gonna be pointing out each and every one of the facts, streamers, content creators, and of course the real ones that have been speaking up for the community as well, like Neo Cinemac and J God, and I think there's a new content creator out there. I think he's called the Rick. So let's start. Hmm. There we go. So, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I went to the tower for Black Ops 7, and as you can see, already content creators and Treyarch themselves, they're trying to basically put out the themes just to hype up the new Black Ops game that's coming out. And believe it or not, too, like J God, Newest Cinematic, Prestige is key. Sometimes he does defend certain things, but this is from his own perspective. I still love watching each and every one of these three, because these three have been the community's biggest speakers. Noah J sometimes will point them out as well, but the thing is he gets paid by Activision. But now there's Mr. Wolfos, who also, oh yeah, Derek, this is the one I'm talking about. Mm. Mm. And a bunch of other content creators that are definitely the problem. Game clips apparently too. Lex, even Lex, Jesus. There's a lot of people here that, like, they know that it's over. And it says YouTube Black Ops 6, like the enemy skin, and then you have Battlefield 6. And there's a lot. Even the Blame Truth. So let me just go ahead and just show Black Ops 7. So we're just gonna do this. So the thing is too, when everyone was hype about Black Ops 6, it was because they were more than confident enough to hope like, okay, just like Black Ops Cold War, we're gonna do the exact same thing with Black Ops 6, if not better. That's what exactly what everyone's mind was about. But instead we got the complete opposite. And as you can see here too, the footage for BL7 is basically the same thing. And you can really tell here too that there's no actual gameplay. It's just a full out cinematic, you know, moments going on here with without not Alex Mason but the son, David. So the thing is, the moment I saw this, this is when I really knew that they aren't as confident of showing off gameplay footage, especially just off the start as well. Black Ops 7 has definitely been one of those concerned Call of Duty titles that it's gotten the whole community, stabbing Activision in the back. And all I can say is, thank God everyone is starting to see that. A lot of content creators like Neo Cinematic and the Blink J God and the Cof what is it, the Kafa, like the Blame Truth, they have all spoken and called out Activision for all the schemingness ways whenever they do something bad. And now the community is finally starting to see that. And not only that too, small and big content creators who used to be a fan of purchasing every single Call of Duty, they're now starting to realize that, okay, it's not that simple anymore. And them showing all these random footages, like, oh my god, the red room, like it might be the numbers or something. For people who don't even watch YouTube or even have social media, for them, they don't even know what they're about to get themselves into. And apparently Reznow's a lot back. Apparently. And that's it. Like, that's literally it. And let me show you guys something else here, too. So, apparently even says it here too. The year 2035 is the wink of world chaos, and the Black Ops team led by David Mason. And if you look at the likes, 140K. Now, if you look at the dislikes, holy cow! You know what? I'm gonna be. I need to be part of that. The fact that this has actually hit over 100K likes, for those people, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, serious talk. What is wrong with you? And for the dislikes, that's basically the OGs, the variants, and all the content creators that are pointing out against Activision's lies and the truths and everything too. This is all of us right here. Like, we know that this is gonna be another trap. Like, Activision will be like, hey guys, welcome back to another Call of Duty bundle here. Here we got 50 new bundles at launch of the game. And what's even better is that you get to combine all the cosmetics and little small items together. And basically you get to hold like a controller while having a watch on. I mean, heck, when you shoot bullets now, it's gonna have little breeding fire dragons, little baby how to train your dragons, and all that dumb shit. Like, come on. Like, we seen that with Black Ops 6. It was absolutely the worst fucking disaster. And now let me show you guys something else. We're gonna go back a little further here. We're actually now gonna go over to the multiplayer gameplay trailer. And even says here too. No, like actual in-game footage. No other Call of Duty game has not needed to say that. Mm-mm. Like no way whatsoever. As you can see too, you got some Apex Legends mechanic movements going on here. Like what the hell is this? Like this is not what I wanted, nor the community wanted. And what's even worse about this too is that they're basically showing us everything that they've been teasing, because all the teasers is basically what they're just showing us all together on those teaser clips. But now, like the only new thing that we're seeing right now is just the movements and how, you know, everything is starting to look just a little bit now. And based off of what everyone's seeing too, they're not happy. Like they're really not happy. And what's even sadder too is that the gameplay footage they're showing is just with AI bots. That's the worst part about this, is that they're showing it off with bots. This is only the person who's basically shooting and doing all this right now is the only real person playing, while everything else is just bots. Like this is not gonna happen in the actual game. Are you kidding me? When has shit like this in the gameplay trailers ever actually come to exist? Like the only closest thing that ever came close to this was probably Black Ops Cold War. And again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Why the hell is it that Black Ops 6 failed and, you know, it wasn't anything like Cold War? It should have been exactly like Cold War. How good the Black Ops series is, like how good the multiplayer is, the zombies, the campaign. Hell, I'm even surprised that Black Ops 7 has a damn campaign, because if anything, they should have just pulled a Black Ops 4 and said, sorry, no campaign this time, because we want to get a little bit more focus to the multiplayer and zombies. And he even says here too, 18 multiplayer launch maps. Yeah, 18. And you know what else? And put a huge K right there, and that's gonna be the community saying, well, this is basically 18K of the community not giving fucks. Like seriously. Let me see here. Bless me. And apparently here too, like you could apparently grab someone, like use the dead body. And I think on Black Ops Cool again, they're basically showing us stuff that we already know. Like that's the thing. Like we already know this. So I don't get it. Like all of them, this whole time them delaying, like the multiplayer, the gameplay footage, calling next, the game launch. Like they're doing this because Battlefield 6 is basically kicking their asses out of the table, because Activision now knows and realizes that they can't be doing this scummy ways no more. And they've been putting log posts of stuff saying, "Oh my god, we're so sorry. Like, but we wanted money, money, like just like Mr. Krabs, like a real grandfather here." Like I would not be surprised, and they did a SpongeBob crossover where they add Mr. Krabs, and he's like the only real, like hide the best bundle, where no one is like fully detailed and texture out so well, but it's where like you do a personal emo where he's actually just throwing out money, and imagine the background too when he's throwing out money. It's just Activision in the background. That's how you know, like, they're doing everything based off of Mr. Krabs. Like, seriously. And all these drones too. Like, people have said this multiple times, and I'm also gonna say it too. Why the hell didn't we not just get a Black Ops remastered? Like, serious shit. Like, this was literally Call of Duty's anniversary. The same year too, and not, well, technically this year, and what would you call it? If I do Black Ops 2, what is it? Anniversary? No. What is it? Yeah. Anniversary. Um hmm. I think there was something here that says like 10 years later. Hold on. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I know they did something for Black Ops 2 because it was literally on here. Unless I'm not finding it, but basically they did this for Black Ops 1 where they did like a 10 years of Black Ops. And this was like 5 years ago too. And this is the weird part. Why didn't they just make a remaster version? Hell, they could even pull a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster. It didn't even need to be um actually yeah. One of them at least had to be the multiplayer and zombies. But why is Activision so scared that they don't want to do remasters? Because they realize that if they do remasters, they will be making more money than ever. So it's like, what's the problem? Like, serious shit. What is the problem? Because to me, this was what Black Ops was about. The numbers, Mason. Woods. Um, what is it? And the rest of the team, Hudson too, and Weaver. This was it. This was Black Ops. Even Resnov, like, they could even done a Resnov spinoff. And what's even worse too is when you go back and also look back at Black Ops 4 and you just look at the Blackout. For whatever reason, Treyarch doesn't want to do this. They don't want to make Warzone like Blackout, which is really concerning and something they should have thought about. As a matter of fact, they could have just saved themselves like a lot of damn time. They could have just remastered the whole damn Blackout map. Like, they could have just done that. And that would have definitely brought back so many memories. And not only that, but millions and millions of people, too. Because they done Verdansk. They done Rebirth Island. But imagine this. Like, yeah, it's not Black Ops 4's ways of doing things. Or not the actual Blackout way. But at least the Blackout map is there in general. Hell, even Call of Duty Mobile even did this shit better. and they're still doing better than the actual Call of Duty game, which is really sad to say. And don't even get me started with zombies. Black Ops 6 is ways with zombies. There was Song of Sons, but I think other than a campaign, zombies was like the only thing that was still, and I mean still to somehow to this day, saving Call of Duty. And hell, they're still saving their asses to this day. And yet, you see all this, and Warzone obviously tries to top this. In some ways, they have maybe back then when Modern Warfare 2019 was a thing. But now, with them trying to do a crossover or a bundle with Cold War, and then Vanguard, and then Modern Warfare 2, and then Modern Warfare 3, with all these Call of Duties, like, God, it's a fucking disaster. Like, it was absolutely the biggest fucking disaster. And then the whole gameplay reveal trailer, like, they even deleted theirs, by the way. This is literally GameSpot's. They deleted theirs because they were so embarrassed about it. Like, deadass. That's actually a true story, by the way. And let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, let me go back here. Let me show this off. So I did see this at work because I didn't have time to really do anything about it. But I was just there for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, just watching through it while I was working. And already, more dislikes than likes. Like, whoever's part of that 25K, you must live in your grandma's basement, because I don't understand what gives you hype for this. Gives you hype towards a game that we've been lied to about multiple times over and over again. Like, I don't get it. Like, I honest to God don't get it. And we're gonna go with the Battlefields because I just want to show something off. This was a month ago, by the way. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and do a bigger comparison here. Hold on. If I could go back, and let's actually go back. Hold on. Let's go a little bit back further. What is this? Not Black Ops 6. Not here, not here. No. Okay. Multiplayer gameplay, by the way. Already, this was just released under 16 hours, and it already had 37k dislikes. That's freaking crazy. And the thing is, Battlefield 6 didn't even need to do anything like this. All they literally had to do was just show off what the fans wanted. And something I didn't see earlier, even said here too, the future of multiplayer combat arrives November 14th with Black Ops 7. What's even sadder is that it's literally the week of my birthday. Like, because November 13th is actually my birthday. Fun fact. It says here, 18 launch multiplayer maps, even though half of them are only 6v6, and the rest of them are for a gunfight or something. They launch weapons that we're basically reusing from BO3 or BO4 over to this, the next army movement for all the crazy cheaters and hackers out there. The weapon barrel sharing and weapons prestige. Do you all like to grind, cheaters? And 20 brutal score streaks. Isn't that great, you guys? Isn't it? And the cheaters and hackers like, yeah. Well, we're like, fuck no. And keep in mind for this too, ever since they done this, only 3.3k dislikes, and that's not bad. That's honestly got good. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I'm not even over here. You can see 306K likes. That's really, really impressive. Just look at it. You could tell too that the game was taking a lot of time to process, a lot of time to develop, and actually a lot of care too. Because the difference is with Call of Duty now is that they don't care about their own game. They don't care about us, the fan base, the community, the people that we grew up with since the Modern Warfare 2 days, and went to the Black Ops 1 and 2 zombies where you won transit, and one of you guys just get lost trying to look for Juggernaut, return the power, and then you get chased down. Or even the time when you hopped into Blackout and you actually try to roll in with the boys, seeing when you guys are gonna be landing. Not one moment has that ever came back. The closest thing that ever did was really Modern Warfare's 2019 story mode and multiplayer, and Black Ops Cold War zombies. And keep in mind, and I feel like if they gave Cold War zombies a little bit more attention when it comes to maps, or hell, they could have just done Zombies Chronicles on there, I would have been up for it, because Black Ops Cold War Zombies was definitely the best zombies in a long time. And definitely one that was well needed. And you just keep seeing this too. Battlefield 6 is what Battlefield is. They're staying true to the title. They're staying true to the franchise. And they're staying true to the community. That's the difference. They're listening to their community. They know what happened in Battlefield 2042, and they took that seriously. And look at this. All this was the most badass thing you will ever see in a realistic game. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And the thing is, too, this is just a multiplayer. That's only 12 million views. The Battlefield official reviews, though. Like, look at this. 540K likes and 10 million views. Which I'm surprised is lower than the multiplayer, but we'll go along with it. And apparently the 50K people are the COD haters. But I will say, I think some of them were old. I think the 15K people here were some of the old school Battlefield players. So I think for them it was a little bit reasonable because, after what happened in 2042, I can see why. So I think this is understandable. And look, people saying no clown skins, keep it grounded, please. And they exactly did that. They came out and they did it. They basically said we're keeping things realistic and grounded, no clown skins, anything like that. So this comment alone, I'm not sure if they looked at it or they already have plans for it, but if they looked at this and do a full out ready to go to listen to the community, I'm wondering if that was like one of the first things that came up. Even here too, no skins, no manic movement. Please, just give us the Battlefield 3/4 experience. Like everyone wants us to do well. And what's crazy is that people said that, based off what I heard, that Activision may pull the biggest move of where they'll actually risk actually trying to have Call of Duty launch at exactly at the same time as Battlefield 6, which would be the most craziest move and basically the worst decision, because basically Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7 will be going at it toe to toe with each other. Except it wouldn't even be competition because what is it? I don't think they don't say it here, but I think Battlefield 6 is coming out in October. So this game's gonna be out before, Black Ops 7, and because of that too, because of Black Ops 7 delaying everything, and they know too that they're fucked, it's over for them. It is absolutely 100% over. Because they are basically risking saying, hey, we don't give a shit right now. So you guys better deal with it. And for Zombies 2, the reason why I said why I was on here, and let me show you why. So the thing is that when it comes to zombies, I saw the reveal trailer, or like the CGI moment of the old school crew, like Dempsey, Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, them being back, just a newer version of themselves. And I'm thinking to myself, if they're back, then what was the whole point of all those Easter eggs from World War to Black Ops 4? What was the whole reason? Because I spent every single night, every single moment back in the day when I come home from school to do all those Easter eggs with all my friends, and we completed them, especially with that crew. And going back and remembering the moment when they sacrificed themselves just to have a better world, the old crew, the premise crew, that was it. That was the best way to send them off. And now seeing them back is like, Activision, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you guys had the perfect send off, but now it's kind of like, what is it like? It's kind of like Toy Story. Like, imagine Toy Story 3, it had the perfect send off, and then they realized, oh, people really like Toy Story, so let's do Toy Story 4. I'm like, oh my god, they like that ending, so let's do a Toy Story 5. They're about to do the same shit with the premise crew, except this isn't our premise crew, but it is. So, you see, that's why for me, I'm hurt right now. I'm actually hurt that they're even doing this, because now all those Easter eggs that we ever done were pointless. And they're using Transit too as the main hype up train for zombies. And we don't even know too if they're even gonna have more maps than Black Ops 6. And Black Ops 6's maps were sometimes surprising to look at. Like you keep this in mind, I gave Black Ops 6 a big go, especially for zombies. You all saw my old streams for it. But you all could tell too, but looking back at the gameplay, like I was having such a hard time enjoying it because it felt like I was just playing Warzone. Like it felt like I was playing Modern Warfare 3 zombies. Because the Warzone mechanics was still there, and it's like what the fuck am I playing? Like serious shit. Like why can't they just remove the Warzone mechanics? And keep this in mind too. This is the reason why here too people go back and they just play Black Ops 3 on Steam because we can literally just play all these maps. We could download and just play all the maps that people create. Except, why is it that Black Ops, like Treyarch, just don't give us the privilege, or just why not just create a standalone zombies game that has years or decades of content? Matter of fact, why not make it a where like Battlefield Labs, for example? Why not create your own zombies map? Well, matter of fact, why not take what you saw in the background for Transit and you throw into your own custom zombies map. Something like that was something. Or do what Halo Infinite did. Create your own maps. Create your own custom styles, events, anything. Absolutely anything. Like, it could be absolutely anything. Just make it aware we could be the ones to actually customize it. Like, give the I don't know, all of us the privilege to create our own maps. Because it's coming down to us, like, it's so hard to really enjoy Call of Duty or what it is now, just due to how much backlash and bullshit Activision has came out and done towards the community and towards themselves and towards the title they call themselves Call of Duty. And yet, it feels like they've been Fortnite's creepy uncle, and I'm using that call out reference from Neo Cinematic because he was telling the truth. Like, all these bundles they done for American Dad, Teenage Mutant Turtles, and now Avengers gonna be Family Guy, and then Beavis and Butthead is like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this is not Black Ops. Like, this is just like a uncle version of Fortnite. And yeah, like, looking at all these maps, I could definitely say they done all these maps are doing a lot better than whatever it is Activision making Treyarch do, because it's not working. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. It's not working. What Activision's making Treyarch do really hurts me. Like, it's not working. Hold on. Ah, yeah. Like, hell, they could have done like Newtown Zombies again. They could have just used that as the main hype up, and they could have just done Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 6 or Black Ops Cold War, or hell, even Black Ops 4. They could have done it. And you see, I still don't get the reason. What the fuck is Treyarch doing? And Treyarch has never been like this too. Like, they've never been like this. And it feels like the same people who created World War to Black Ops 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 are not the same people. And a lot of people have left too. So, and I don't know, like, I just don't know what it is anymore. It feels like whenever they keep doing the same shit, it's like they're starting to realize themselves, like, oh, like, it's not working. And I think they're starting to realize that due to the backlash of the community throwing nothing but crap at Activision. I think they're finally, slowly just trying to get their head out of their asses. If their heads are not in their asses, then they're probably their heads in the toilet. Just looking at all that money that's being drained into skill-based matchmaking or more bundles. Like, seriously. Because I don't know what the hell to say anymore. Like, I don't. Hell, like this is what I mean. Like, this for example, the tunnel from Transit, they could literally take a piece of that and create its own map. Like, I don't get it. Treyarch has the ability to do so many great shit, but apparently it's not the same people. So and it's apparently a greedy company now, and it's not a company that cares about the gamers. So apparently now, all they care is about cheaters, hackers, skill-based matchmaking, bundles, and the money. That's it. That's really it. Those are the five things they only care about. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, there was a good reason why I stopped playing Call of Duty a long time ago. I didn't want to see it happen. I didn't want to hear it to happen. But the worst thing I imagined and had a nightmare about, as unfortunately came true. Call of Duty killed themselves without them even realizing it. I just don't get how they did it. The moment Modern Warfare 2019 and the moment Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War were both revealed, I feel like that was like the new era and the new start of where things are finally going to get on track, because those two games were on track. Modern Warfare 2019 was the perfect Modern Warfare game ever, and especially for the Modern Warfare fans. And Black Ops Cold was the perfect one for the Black Ops fans. Like, you could tell. And apparently now it's not. Apparently now it's not. So there was one thing I did want to do. And I normally wouldn't do this, but I think it should be okay. We're actually gonna go ahead and watch one of Cinematics' videos about it. So on. We're gonna close out BL3 as well. Matter of fact, hold on. There we go. Like, we're just gonna listen to what he has to say, because he's gonna have a great point on everything. Let the legend speak the facts today. I miss his own intro song.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today is the day the full multiplayer review.
And I will say is that this is me supporting Neo Cinematic all the way to the end, because what he's about to say is what I've been going over a bit. So I'm gonna let this man cook.
The trailer for Black Ops 7 is here, and boy are fans not happy. The trailer itself is one of the most slow-paced, awkward trailers I think Call of Duty has ever put out. The music is terrible. It's like trying to appeal to like the brain rot TikTok generation. It feels like half the gameplay involves a pistol or an execution for some reason. And if I'm being entirely honest, I think the trailer was completely Frankenstein. I think this is probably like the 13th or 14th iteration of the trailer that they slapped together as they were panicking and making changes to the game to try to win back players, and it honestly really shows. The trailer does not hype me up for the game whatsoever. It's sort of a joke at this point, but it really does look like a DLC to Black Ops 6, and we really didn't learn.
And I'm gonna stop a couple of times to call out many things. That what he just said right there is 100% correct. Everything that Black Ops 6 has been doing, it feels like Black Ops 7 is basically the continuation for that. And Treyarch and Activision know that themselves. So, and it just feels fucking ridiculous that they just retexture to oh look guys, it's more futuristic instead of looking like the whole Black Ops way, guys. Isn't that cool? And everyone's like, what? I was like, let's keep going.
Learn a whole lot from the trailer itself. They did give us a blog post to accompany the trailer, which we will be going over here in this video. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the community's immediate reaction to the trailer, because it's playing out exactly like we thought it would. It's early on. The trailer's only been out for like 4 hours at the time this video being recorded, but the dislike ratio is 50-50, 18,000 dislikes so far, and all the comments...
What? What? Excuse me, I apologize, but what? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I almost spilled my drink. That's crazy.
About how slow, boring, and uninteresting the trailer was. One of my favorite comments said something to the effect of, "This trailer didn't make me happy. This trailer didn't make me mad. I felt literally nothing watching this." And I think that's the general consensus.
Oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. I actually saw, I did see that comment he's talking about. Like, you didn't feel angry, you didn't feel emotion, you didn't feel upset, you just didn't feel nothing. That was me when watching the trailer. That's how I felt. Let's keep going.
From anybody who has been putting up with Call of Duty's bullshit from the past few years. Maybe it's due to all the AIification of the COD franchise, but nothing about Black Ops 7 looks like it has even the smallest modicum of soul. You know what I mean? Like, there's no passion here. The only part of the trailer that looked good to me was a bit of nostalgia bait from 13 years ago, where they showed a new version of the Swarm kill streak landing on Hijacked. I won't lie, that did look pretty good, but again, it's just nostalgia for a 13-year-old video game. And the kill streak itself is a moot point, because at least in my skill-based matchmaking bracket, kill streaks have been a complete non-factor for like 5 years now. I'm not even joking. I could go through like an entire prestige of Black Ops 6 and be able to count on one hand the amount of kill streaks that were called in by other players that was higher than a napalm strike. Like, kill streaks just do not exist in the higher skill-based match.
Also, why the fuck do we have robots as a kill streak? Like, don't tell me it's gonna be where like half of the kill streaks are just gonna be robots and just being overpowered as hell. Because that's the case, then it's over, man.
Matchmaking brackets, and that's a damn shame, because one of the core reasons why Call of Duty initially blew up back in the day was the kill streak system and how strong they were and how fun they were to use. Things like Predator Missile, Harrier Strike, AC-130,
exactly.
or Chopper Gunner. You had things like the Payload,
exactly.
the Emergency Airdrop, like you had the VTOL Warship back in Black Ops 2, for example. There was so much to the COD kill streaks back in the day, and you could reasonably earn them pretty often if you were a good player. But just like with everything else with the COD franchise, skill-based matchmaking has completely destroyed the game's multiplayer. So it doesn't matter how many bells and whistles or old throwbacks they add to the game, because the core game itself at a fundamental level is poisoned. It is tainted. It is a
in the case for any people out there that don't know what he means by like, what is the word skill-based matchmaking, it basically means like you're being put up against someone who's at your equal level, and then the next match is where you'll go up with someone who's even better at your level, like who's taller than you and stronger than you, and then he just keeps like hitting you down, and then the next match you see someone else also hitting you down, and it's gonna be like that for so on and so on until you literally have to sweat yourself just to go back up and hit the bully who hit you, and then it's gonna be like a repeat where you have someone who's even tougher and sweatier than you and just hit you down with one hit. And that's it. You don't want to feel like playing no more. That's what skill-based matchmaking feels like to me. Is like when you win more, you're gonna lose more. That's what it felt like for the past few years.
Shell of its former self, but don't worry, guys. We also have a blog post to go over, and there's gonna be 18 multiplayer maps at launch. COD is back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this next. So with the new multiplayer reveal trailer, we have an accompanying blog post, and to borrow a phrase, this is where the real meat and potatoes of the reveal are hiding. In here, they go over everything from the guns to the maps to the score streaks, the loadouts, the camo grinds, and pretty much everything else. So let's start things off here with the multiplayer maps, because that's where we exist within the game. If a game has terrible multiplayer maps, it doesn't matter how good the guns are or the streaks or whatever. If the maps are bad, the game is bad. Full stop. That's exactly how it goes. And it was shown in the trailer, 18 maps at launch, which had me thinking, Did they add 2 more maps to the game just to hype people up? Then
Oh my god. No, they didn't. Oh, you see that just pisses me off even more. Oh, that's fucking.
I realized the 2 extra
That's a
maps were
nightmare.
for the skirmish game mode, which is gonna be like this gimmick ground war battlefield competitor thing where it's gonna be like 20 on 20.
That's so AIDS. Of course they would. Of course they would throw that in it. I don't know how you missed that, but good eye, man.
On some random POIs from the Avalon Warzone map. So when it comes to traditional 6v6, 16 multiplayer maps at launch, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these maps actually do look good. And I'm not talking about their layouts, we'll be talking about that here in a moment. I'm talking about the aesthetic. And you guys want to know why that is? It's because all these maps are not just copy and pasted from Warzone like they did with Black Ops 6. Like, that was the absolute laziest thing they ever did when they took all the Black Ops 6 multiplayer maps pretty much and put them on Avalon. Because what that did is made every single map look the exact same, and it resulted in even more burnout from the fans who were basically on their last nerve to begin with. It was just such a stupid idea. But one thing you guys will notice as we go through all these maps, however, they do look pretty good, but note how none of them have a mini-map overlay. They're actually out here just claiming that these are going to be classic 3-lane maps with that iconic Treyarch Black Ops feel, and then they immediately go and hide the actual overlays of the maps themselves.
Wow. Wow, Treyarch. You guys have done absolutely perfect. Fucking morons. Let's get going.
About this time last year, I'm sure you guys will remember, we were looking through the preview images for the Black Ops 6 multiplayer maps, and from there, we were all predicting how terrible the maps were going to be because of those mini-map overlays. The funniest part was we were absolutely right, because the launch maps of Black Ops 6 were objectively some of the worst launch maps in COD history, so it seems like Activision and Treyarch have learned from that, right? They want to avoid all that, they want to avoid all that negative press and bad attention and everything, so they decided when they revealed these maps, they were going to hide the mini-map overlay. And yeah, just what?
That's fucking disgusting. The fact that they know that the community is smarter than them, and yet they're hiding it. They're evil, man.
Decision that was right there. It really goes to show that they are not confident whatsoever in the designs of these maps at all. And what's also interesting is in the blog post, they gave like a brief description of each of the multiplayer maps and everything. And of the 16 regular launch maps, 5 of them are considered to be small, 1 of them is considered to be large, and the other 10 are considered medium. I think what's going to happen as a result of this is map design in Black Ops 7 is going to be the exact same as Black Ops 6, but it's going to be even more chaotic thanks to the wall running and the double jumping. I mean, you can even see sections of certain maps in the trailer, and you can look at that and say, yeah, this was literally designed for players to ping pong back and forth off of these walls. So if you thought skill-based matchmaking was already bad with Black Ops 6, just wait until you play Black Ops 7. Next up here, let's talk about the guns, the
Well, good day I'm not going to be playing it.
kill streaks, and the classes that they are going to be putting into the game. In total, there are going to be around 30 weapons available at launch, and there will be 12 primary weapons available during the beta. Of that, we have 3 assault rifles, 3 SMGs, 2 snipers, 2 shotguns, and 1 light machine gun. And to be honest, I'll give credit where credit is due. I think they did a pretty decent job making these guns look like they belong in the same timeline as a game like Black Ops 2. When it comes to the classes, however, they're going to be the exact same as Black Ops 6. We even have some screenshots here showing what the UI is going to look like. Guns will have 5 attachments by default. A lot of the same perks are returning. Wild cards are back, but something new is going to be the overclock system. And basically what this is every class, I forget, is kind of like 1 or 2 overclock slots, which will allow you to customize your kill streaks, your field upgrades, or your lethal or tactical grenades, right? Some examples of this would be you can overclock your frag grenade to make it so you can throw it farther, for example, right? Or you can overclock your UAV to make it cost less, or maybe make it last a little bit longer. Kind of picture the customizable streaks that we had back in Advanced Warfare. It's kind of like that, just a little bit dumbed down. One other change is the combat specialties, which was a bit of a controversial choice when it came to Black Ops 6. I don't know why they don't just go back to Pick 10. Pick 10 was objectively one of the best systems ever, but the perk system in Black Ops 7 will be the exact same as Black.
I don't like what I'm seeing because imagine like five reds at 1 slot. Oh God.
Step 6. If you combine perks of a similar color, you're going to get a bonus, and they are the literal exact same bonuses from Black Ops 6 with red perks, blue perks, and green perks, but this time around they're also adding in hybrid bonuses when you combine 2 perk colors. So an example of this is, let's say you have only blue and only green perks on your class. Well, doing this is going to give you a new bonus, which will allow you to charge up your field upgrade faster whenever you get stealthy kills. And how they define stealthy kills is killing somebody with a suppressed weapon, getting a melee kill, or killing somebody who's not looking at you. So it doesn't seem overly good unless you're like really into your field upgrade, but that's just one example. Some other examples are if your class only has red and green perks, whenever you get an assist, you're going to get bonus score from actual kills for 10 seconds. And if your class only has red and blue perks, whenever you get a kill, you're going to completely stay off the minimap for 5 seconds. And they said completely in the blog post, so I wonder if that's going to hide you from like a blackbird. I have no idea, but yeah, so they're adding in a couple of new bonuses here, which does objectively seem like an upgrade compared to the system that we had in Black Ops 6, but it's also just, it feels bad knowing we're going from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7. They're taking the exact same system but making it slightly better, and it's like, you couldn't have done this last year. This couldn't have been an update for Black Ops 6. You could have did this in like Season 3, and people probably would.
Not to cut them off, but didn't they say back then that they were supposed to make each new Call of Duty 2 years of content? What the hell happened to that? I do know, that being said, I just don't really know when. I think this was... I'm wondering if this was when the new Modern Warfare 3 came out. I do know there was someone saying that that was what was supposed to happen, but I guess it never did. I'm wondering if they'll actually try to keep the wood on this one. Let's see. Not trying to be on this side, but basically I'm just thinking about it.
Would have been happy, but no, they had to use it as a selling point later on for Black Ops 7. That's why COD is never going to feel fully complete, you know, because they could add all these amazing features and new ideas like right away with like seasonal update, just boom, boom into the game, but they'll never do that because they have to sell you on next year's game. Basically the idea of creating problems to sell you the solution, you guys know what I mean? But on top of that, it looks like Specialist bonus will be returning, and here we can see some of the score streaks that will be in the game. Though again, if you're a good player and you're stuck in the higher skill-based matchmaking brackets, score streaks outside of the UAV and counter UAV are basically a non-factor in like 90% of your matches, so these really aren't going to matter all that much. What might matter for some players, however...
Imagine there was a Call of Duty game where they actually took away counter UAV and UAV in general. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
...is the progression system for the game, so let's go ahead and talk about that next. So when it comes to Black Ops 7, I've got to be honest, they are copy and pasting pretty much everything from Black Ops 6. That might sound a bit pessimistic because honestly, if something isn't broken, then don't fix it, but progression is like the one thing that would get me through those opening months of a new Call of Duty release. When it comes to Black Ops 7, and everything of course is subject to change, but I really don't see myself doing much of it. In Black Ops 6, I got Prestige Master, I got Dark Matter, but that wasn't even all that hard. You know, I did all that like before Christmas, you know what I mean? And getting Dark Matter really did feel like a chore, and like most people, once I got Dark Matter, I basically quit the game because there was nothing fun to grind for. Back in the day, the core game itself was fun. That was why you were signing in. You know, the game was the cake and the progression was the icing on top. But nowadays, it seems like once people get Dark Matter, maybe hit Prestige Master, they just quit because they've accomplished their goal, and the core game itself, thanks to skill-based matchmaking, is a laborious grind that at its core is not fun to play. I firmly believe that people only play COD to do the challenges because those challenges allow them to ignore the glaring problems with the game for a brief moment, and once those challenges are finished...
I will say, I'm one of those players. I am most absolutely 100% one of those players. When I was playing Modern Warfare 2, the new Modern Warfare 2 and the new Modern Warfare 3, and there'll be moments of where I actually tried to do some in Black Ops Cold War as well. I try to distract myself just by doing challenges. Even if they didn't mean shit to me. Like, that was like my only thing that was kind of like keeping me going. Especially for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. At least for Zombies, the challenges were actually unique and actually good. You actually gave awards like new melee weapons or guns and stuff like that. Oh no, I guess when they did Black Ops Cold War Zombies, I don't know, they just did a good job on that. At least for my personal opinion.
They quit the game because the core game itself is not enjoyable whatsoever, but that was a bit of a tangent. Apologies for that. When it comes to Black Ops 7, traditional prestige will be returning, right? 55 levels per prestige, 10 prestiges, 1,000 levels of prestige master, and there will be prestige rewards just like with what Black Ops 6 had. Weapon prestige is also returning, but this time around there will be 3 levels of weapon prestige. Once you take a gun and you prestige it, you're going to unlock an exclusive attachment for that gun, which is interesting to say the least, and you'll also get a universal camo for doing that. Once you hit prestige 3 level 250 with a gun, you'll then get another exclusive camo, and I think this is both good and bad, because more progression is nice, more rewards are good, but now people have a reason to grind out the same gun all day, every day, 3 prestiges, 250 levels, and you know for a fact, once the meta is figured out, people are just going to end up using the same 2 or 3 guns all year. Look at Black Ops 6, we had the Jackal being completely busted during the beta, and to this day, 4 out of 6 people on both teams within a given match are still spamming the exact same gun, and now they have even more of a reason to do so, so just, it's good and it's bad, but I suppose fans will be happy that there's going to be extra progression added to the game. On top of that, mastery camos are returning, obviously, things like dark matter and all that. They haven't shown us what it's going to look like yet, but mastery camos are going to be a bit different this year because it seems like they're making dark matter a little bit easier. Camos will now require 80 headshots instead of 100, and guns like sniper rifles and shotguns will need one-shot kills as compared to needing headshots. Again, it goes back to that entire idea, like they could have just made...
Okay, I will admit that is actually pretty damn good, because as someone who doesn't really play multiplayer anymore because of how sweaty as hell it's been, I will say that is a good change. But it's like what he's saying. They could have just easily, simply changed that. But I don't know why they didn't.
Made that an update with Black Ops 6 like very easily. It was really stupid going for headshots with shotguns, and just it was mind-numbing going for headshots with snipers, just grinding face off 24/7. They could have made that an update. They could have like fixed everything for fans and just made the grind even better for Black Ops 6, but no, they created a problem so they could sell us the solution. And also keep in mind, that's all just the multiplayer. There's also going to be mastery camos and zombies, Warzone, and even the campaign this time around.
I will say the Black Ops Cold War Mastery camo for zombies for Cold War, that one was the good one, but it didn't come with the whole gun. But in Black Ops 6, it was like the complete opposite. It was where the multiplayer, it felt like it had the Dark Ether camo, and yet it looked like the Dark Matter camo, and yet it looked like the Ether camo. So I don't know what they did there. I'm wondering if they ever switched that around on purpose, or where the zombies mastery camo you have in Black Ops 6 is actually the multiplayer camo, and the multiplayer camo is actually zombies. I don't know. Did anyone ever feel like that shit was a little suspicious? Because to me, it felt like the multiplayer mastery camo was supposed to be the zombies one. That's why when I noticed it, like right away, that's why I stopped doing zombie streams, because I lost my purpose to really play zombies on that, especially when I feel like we were tricked. Like I was tricked. Because I'm not gonna go for a sky blue camo. That's not what my Dark Ether Mastery camos looks like. Hell no. Like, nobody got time for that.
Round as well. So again, I suppose credit where credit is due. They are making problems to sell the solution to us, but at the same time, they did add a decent amount of extra progression to keep fans interested with Black Ops 7. The question is, will it actually work? Will the game actually survive past December? Because Black Ops 6 did not, and it's going to be really interesting to see how all that plays out. The faction system is also returning, of course. We have the JSOC versus the Guild, and here are going to be some of the operators that are going to be in the game, but I don't know about you guys, I miss the old days of factions. Think back to games like the OG Modern Warfare 2, the OG Black Ops 2, even World at War. Obviously, that was iconic. Like,
what the fuck did they do to my boy Dempsey? Wait, are they gonna use them as multiplayer operators? Oh my god. Dude, that's just not right. That's so not right, man. Like, just leave them alone.
having 4 factions in the game, each with their own theme music, their own announcers, their own uniforms that would change based on the weapon you were using, that was awesome, but somewhere along the way they figured out they can make a lot more money by creating characters and selling outfits for them in the shop. But I miss playing as, I don't know, the US Marines in Modern Warfare 2 and having my character look a certain way if I was using an assault rifle, and then look a certain way if I had an SMG, or be wearing a ghillie suit if I was using a sniper. It just, you were this anonymous soldier. It felt a lot more immersive. It was a lot more interesting having the multiplayer multiplayer themes and everything, just the old system was better. But as always, money talks, and Activision is going to sell you everything they possibly can. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does it for the multiplayer reveal of Black Ops 7. It feels weird. I feel like the video's not even that long here today, but that was pretty much it. Like, it's mostly copy and pasting things from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7 and adding a couple of extra bells and whistles. Call of Duty Next is still scheduled for September 30th, and since now we know pretty much everything about the game, I'm wondering what is even going to be shown at the event. I mean, I suppose actual gameplay will be there, and we're going to get a better feel for the movement and the map design and everything else, but that's pretty much it. And like a lot of you, I really didn't feel much when I saw the trailer today. I definitely don't think it lived up to the hype that it should have had, considering how long we had to wait for them to put it out, but ultimately the proof is going to be in the pudding, because again, the trailer itself was posted maybe 4 hours ago or so at the time of this video being recorded, and the trailer has done nothing to move the needle.
You see, I kind of feel like when the multiplayer reveal trailer was supposed to be revealed, like, sooner, like, earlier than, you know, they said they were going to do when they first revealed Black Ops 7. I'm not sure when it was supposed to be revealed other than today, but I do know it was supposed to be revealed, I think the moment the actual trailer itself came in, like the teaser trailer of Black Ops 7. I know you see, this feels like something that they would have done either way back then. I feel like they didn't really make a change. And I'm wondering if this is all old footage, like old footage before like they started making the big happy changes that they said they're doing. I do always wonder about that.
When it comes to Black Ops 7 pre-orders. Now, of course, this might change once the beta is out and people start buying the game so they can play the beta, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But as of right now, Battlefield 6 is still destroying Black Ops 7, which obviously...
Oh my god. If Sonic Racing Crossroads passes Black Ops 7, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. And believe it or not, I'm actually gonna try Sonic Racing Crossroads soon. That's the thing I will say right now. So, keep that in mind.
He has Activision freaking out, and as always, I'll be here with you guys every step of the way as we get closer to Call of Duty Next, the Black Ops 7 beta, the full launch of Battlefield 6, and everything else, so be sure to sub to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you all enjoyed this video here today. Leave your thoughts and feedback on the reveal trailer down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening and for your continued support of my channel, and until next time, I hope you guys
all have a wonderful day. I always love it when he does that. I don't know, I always watch his videos all the time. But that's been one of my most favorite things he's ever done. Like, hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Oh, he just says it so perfectly. I like when he does that. Yeah, if I could, I would give this man a double like. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. I really don't have anything else to go over because he basically went over the best info for me or to explain it to you guys. But for sure, definitely if you want to trust someone in the Call of Duty community, trust this man. Trust Neo Cinematic. Like, this man has literally been the true speaker of all OGs out there, and J God 2 and the Godfather Blame Truth and the Rick. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. I will say, just to end this off as a conclusion, if Call of Duty cannot change their ways soon, and they really say and really do care about what the fans want to see, and in this upcoming Call of Duty, then I'm just gonna be the one person say keep your expectations very low. But yet, even after seeing the multiplayer reveal trailer of Black Ops 7, somehow, even when my expectations was low, I still got disappointed as hell. Because, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know anymore, like, what the fuck is happening with Call of Duty. And what they did read in the post too, Modern Warfare 4 is basically confirmed to be the next Call of Duty. But what I will say is that I think at the story of the campaign of Modern Warfare 3, the new one, I never thought I would actually see the words Modern Warfare 4. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. What I do know is that I know it would definitely be way better compared to the last two Black Ops games that's been out, and yet Black Ops 6 was supposed to be the perfect one. It was supposed to be, it should have been the continuation of Black Ops Cold War, if not better, and yet it didn't. So yeah, really good, really highly concerned there. So I'm in and off. Like Activision, somehow if you're watching this video somehow, please, with all due respect, get your head out of your asses and please listen to the community. And for God's sakes, if you do say like we're to keep it 2-year content, keep it that way and just delay the fucking games. Delay the Call of Duty games in general. And stop calling the the series names like Call of Duty 6, Call of Duty 7. Like, don't do it anymore. Just call it with the specific title. Just don't call it by the numbers anymore because it's getting old. Like, it really is. And I hate when companies do that shit because that's just lazy shit. It just sounds fucking horrible and silly. But for now, the only thing that's gonna keep me around for Call of Duty is just the custom Black Ops 3 zombies. That's it. That's all I have left to really enjoy Call of Duty for. It's just custom zombies. That's it. And as a matter of fact, that's me and the Pack Boys. All we enjoy is just zombies. So, yeah. For real though, I'm in and off. Hope you guys enjoy. And for those who didn't like about my rant and thoughts about it, it's understandable if you're someone who does actually feel hyped with Black Ops 7 or actually did enjoy Black Ops 6. You're just probably a sweaty try-hard nerd or probably a hacker or cheater, that actually enjoys ruining other people's experiences on there. Especially those who don't even have social media or don't even watch YouTube and they still play the game. So I would say you guys are probably those people. But what I will say is that when it comes to newer Call of Duty titles, I'm done with them. Absolutely. But I have to wait and see on Modern Warfare 4, like the actual new one. And I just have to. I feel like that's the one thing I have to see to really see if whether or not if Call of Duty is really finished. But when it comes to the Black Ops franchise, Black Ops is dead. Black Ops is dead to me. And there's nothing that's gonna bring me back from it. So this is basically me saying I'm done with the Black Ops franchise. Because they don't care about it no more. And it used to be my favorite series, but they don't. So now it's time to see if Modern Warfare is gonna save it again. Well, let's hope they do. Other than that, you have a good night. Peace, guys.